and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Capricorn. For your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, wherever you have the Cap placement in your chart, you can apply this too. Before you get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. I don't do payment through Instagram DM. Be aware of fake accounts. My only Insta is linked directly below. Be aware of fake pages. I will never DM you. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel and check me out on Patreon as well. I post my personal spells on there, collective spreads, and so much more. That's also below. And yeah, other than that, we're gonna get into it, Cap. See what's going on with you guys. What are the messages for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to hear? What are the messages for Capricorn? Take those. Alrighty, let's start with this. We got the Five of Air. The Five of Air. This one says, an unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or people who have questionable motives, especially if you are leveling up, because we also have the Sun card here, Capricorn. So you really are going to have to be more mindful about who you have in your space, who you have around you, who you talk about your future plans with even. Be very mindful of people and their intentions and make sure you're making the best decisions, especially if you're leveling up, because you actually have something to lose now. A time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly, gratitude to the divine. So this is about being thankful, and it's not even something you have to force. It's not even like, I'm grateful for, okay, let me think what I'm grateful for. It's like an energy of being like, thank you, universe, thank you for this. Like, you very much so naturally being grateful for the opportunities being presented to you at this time. So that's definitely a time of wins. You do not want to have someone around you who doesn't have your best intentions at heart. But yeah, a time of joy and success, and also epiphanies that lead to opportunities. So when you have these epiphanies, make sure you take them. Make sure you fully take them, and you don't just forget it or ignore it. Three of Air. Great sadness that will heal with time. Let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings. Be there for those in need. So if someone reaches out to you, Capricorn, extend, you know, that helping hand. Extend yourself to, you know, be there for someone. It will benefit them, and it's universal law. What you give out into the universe will return back to you tenfold. So there's like one of these cards has a little thing hanging on it. It was gonna bother me. But yeah, extend yourself to other people at this time. But there's healing happening, you know, as well. The Seven of Earth. Seeds well planted. Efforts or investments that will reward in the future. These need for patience, a time for resting and planning for the future, unnecessary worry. So you may be worried right now. You may be worried like, my plants aren't growing. I feel some of you like you're walking away already. You're walking away from seeds that you have already planted, unnecessary worry. And it's like tomorrow it will literally blossom and bloom, but you had already walked away today. It's like the energy of some of you guys walking away from something that just takes time. It's kind of like if you stand over a pot, it'll take forever to boil, but if you just like, you know, walk over and do something else real quick, you come back, it's boiling, toppling over. In fact, it's like that kind of energy. There's no point to micromanage it or to, you know, be hyper focused on this thing, whatever it is that you're manifesting. The Six of Air. The end of challenging times. Things are looking up. A welcoming relief. Finding your way to a peaceful place. The end of depression or an illness. Travel or relocation. So you guys are getting better mentally. Mentally, you're leveling up as well. An end of tough times. You're not as burdened by certain things, which is really good. So let's see what else we got going on. Ten of Swords. Yeah, that's an ending. It's a heartbreaking ending, though. It feels tough. It feels difficult. Oh, yeah. You're growing from it, though. We got the Five of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is spinning in your favor. Honestly, Capricorn, I feel like you guys are walking out of a really tough cycle, and it feels like emotionally. If you look at this Five of Cups, you can see it's like a maze in his head. And the Wheel of Fortune, the thing about it is, the wheel has just as equally good opportunities as it has undesirable opportunities, but some of you guys are really leaning into the undesirable opportunities because you're in a low vibration due to what has happened, due to what you've walked away from, even just reflecting on things that you've been through in the past. Like, even if it hasn't been anything dramatic that's happened recently, it's just like thinking about what you've been through is kind of sickening for some of you. Like, it disturbs you that you even had to go through so much. I can relate to that. We have the Page of Cups in reverse and the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's disappointment. Honestly, I feel like the questionable decision had already been made, and now you're having to live with it. You're growing from it. You're getting stronger from it, but it's making you doubt your future and maybe even your ability to make wise decisions. You're walking out of that phase regardless. You're moving on with your life. Things are getting better. You're getting angelic help as well. There's healing, a lot of healing happening. This is just going to take time. It's just going to take time. It's healing. Like, man, it's so crazy how, like, stuff to do with healing, like, you think you're fully healed and then things will creep up on you like months, even years later. So I don't know if we ever completely finish healing, but I do see actual healing happening for you guys. Lean into the healing. If you feel like crying, allow yourself to cry. Get it out, Capricorn. And you guys can be so stubborn in that. Like, you do not like to have other people see you cry. You do not like to have other people see you upset because you want to keep up, you know, this kind of view that you guys like to control the view that people have on you. Not that you care so much about other people's opinion, but you do care to come across as a good person. You do. And there's literally nothing wrong with that. But I feel like now you guys won't even allow yourself to break down, like, when you're alone. You know, like, it's getting to you now. It's not just like a face you're putting on for other people to keep up appearances. It's like, even when you're alone, you kind of like hold on to it. Yeah, I feel like you guys are gonna I feel like it may come out eventually, so just let it out when you feel it. I just heard someone's inner dialogue. Okay, someone's numb, so it's like, I've tried to cry but I can't. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, planning is what's going to be most important for you. Judgment in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Underlying energy is what the bottom of the deck represents. So that lets me know everything hasn't played out quite yet. So just go ahead and try to throw yourself into a new plan. Like, for me, I've been saying this for a few weeks now. I'm interior decorating right now, like pretty much my whole house. It turned into a project of just my room, and then it was my living room, and then it's like everywhere. And then my son was like, I want to decorate my room. So I had to get him a bunch of Avengers stuff, and it's just been like a whole thing. But that's what I'm doing to kind of level up my space and you know, focus on something else other than the things that were bothering me. So let's see what's going on in love. We have heart-to-heart conversations, love yourself first, and new love. Ooh, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings is what it says at the bottom of that card. So some of you guys are getting new love, a new love opportunity. You're actually the first group this came out for, and you are number 9. So we only got 3 left that could get this card, but the first 8 did not get that card. Love yourself first in heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, for a lot of you, this heart-to-heart conversation energy is happening with yourself. For some of you, you are going to get to discuss with people, like, you know, what has happened and how something affected you. But I feel like this is more of a shadow work type of energy. And, you know, as you guys know, you don't always get the opportunity to talk things through when you're dealing with a whole nother person. If they decide to be stubborn, then the both of you don't even get to move on unless you cut the cord on your end. So. And then we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive is what it says at the bottom of that card. Good, good, good. I see see you guys kind of being pushed. It's like you can release and you can start to do the shadow work and the healing, or I see you guys being pushed to work on something specifically. So it's either like distract yourself, or not even distract yourself. It's like level up a different area in your life, focus on a different area right now. Or if we're going to focus on love, you're going to have to, you know, get into this shadow work, because I feel like you're getting a lot of signs and signals that that is happening right now. Like that is something the universe is trying to get you to lean into. All right, we have you deserve love and playfulness. Beautiful. Oh wow, I'm tapping into someone's energy. I just want to return. I just want to go back home. That's interesting. Someone feels homesick, and it doesn't feel like in a physical sense. Someone misses like their home planet. They don't feel like they feel very out of place. And then I'm also tapping into an energy of I just want things to go back to the way they were. Okay. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. You deserve love. You are lovable is what it says at the bottom of this card. So I'm not, you know, saying it's not you, it's them. But I am saying you do deserve love just like everyone else. It's not about not deserving love. So the pity party isn't doing anything. Like, let's not do that. Let's work on like the shadow work. There's a difference I'm getting here. Like some of you guys are just leaning into, they mistreated me, they did this and this and that. Let's pull some of these archetype cards. These cards are a bit harsh, I gotta be honest. Like these cards do not play. But if anyone can handle these, it's definitely Cap. So let's get into it. Dilettante, Father, and Alchemist. Dilettante, the light attributes of this: delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. The shadow attribute of this card: pretension to much deeper knowledge that you actually possess. What does that even mean? Pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Oh, okay, I get what it's saying. So that's like the shadow attribute of this would be like holding people to a standard that you're not at, or like being closed off to people that are on your same level, like refusing to climb the mountain and deal with people at the different steps you are, like closing yourself off to people who aren't 100% beneficial, not people you can mutually benefit. Okay, we have the Alchemist. The light attribute to this one is transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. The shadow attribute to the Alchemist is misuse of power and the knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So you guys may be holding out on people, or you guys may have this like holier than thou look on these people of the past, but having that outlook on people is just keeping you held back, because you're also looking at yourself in that way as well. You're like shaming a past version of yourself. You have to fully embrace all parts of you through all parts of the journey. If we really look at it as time doesn't exist, if you're making fun of people that you used to resonate with, you're making fun of yourself, and you're closing yourself off, pretending that that version of yourself doesn't exist. Yeah. We have the Father. Light attributes talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. The shadow attributes to this is I cannot ever pronounce this correctly. Dictatorial control, abuse of authority. I'm gonna have to go through this whole deck and read all of them, because they like to use big words. But yeah, that misuse of authority, you may be making it hard for new people to come in. We have Trickster, Student, and Fool. Trickster, light attributes transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. Student, light attributes humility and devotion to knowledge, open to lifelong learning. Shadow attributes arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, and willingness to translate knowledge into action. Ooh, so it's like you guys have been through certain things, and instead of you know, moving wisely from here, you're kind of still operating in that wounded place. Some of you guys just don't want to do the healing. You're avoiding the healing because you know it's going to, you know how heavy it's going to be. And then the last one we have is the Fool. Light attributes fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh through absurdity and hypocrisy. Shadow attributes using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your own emotional truth. Yeah, some of you guys are definitely ignoring how you truly feel about a situation. Ignoring that something, you know, hurt you, and just trying to move forward and power through. And it's like you're getting all of these closed doors because it's like, you know, we have to take this step by step. This is a process. We have dance and move. Dance says, take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. So this is about allowing the moon to help you. This is also about, you may want to work through some of this stuff through moon phases, or you may be really, your direct opposite is Cancer. You may be influenced by the moon. Like when the full moon happens, it may hit you more than it hits others. If you feel numb, like you can't cry, maybe try to let things out when you have that full moon phase to back you up and help you. Move. Barnacles only grow on a docked ship. So allowing, things are kind of growing and you're staying or getting yourself stuck where you are by not moving forward. We have self-care, journey, and travel. Travel says, seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. Some of you guys, this may be a physical move that may be required of you. Like you're so stuck in one place, like you are actually being held back by where you are. So some of you, a move is required, but you don't want to do that because you're so used to the city, so used to the town, so used to the people, but those people cannot benefit you anymore, so you got to go. And then also the travel energy may be someone just needing a vacation, giving themselves time to think, because we also got the self-care card. Drowning doesn't always require water. Yep. Journey. Half of the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. So don't dismiss any part of the journey, Capricorn. Everything is going to play a role. This spread was really honestly all over the place. There was a lot going on here. I feel like you guys are just kind of in disarray right now. I mean, we started off with the 5 of air, which would be like the 5 of swords in the traditional tarot deck, which is definitely an energy of, you know, confusion, making the wrong decision, getting hurt, you know, by being a little stubborn. So there's a lot going on for you, Capricorn, and the most important thing I would say, if you wanted a place to start, would just be to not even ground yourself, like you tap into your solar plexus. Solar plexus chakra healing is definitely what I would recommend, because I feel like there's a sense of self that's out of alignment here. Like you guys almost don't even know who you are anymore after everything you've been through, and it's time to rediscover yourself. So yeah, you guys, that was your spread. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private personal tarot reading. You can ask whatever you want for your reading. I don't do payment through Instagram, DM. I'll never DM you. Be aware of spam accounts, okay? Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel and check me out on Patreon as well. I post my personal spells on there, collective spreads, and so much more. And yeah, Cap, that was your spread. I love you. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one.